Let's get to our stock of the day, one of those being EOS, Electro Optic Systems. The defence company has lifted its 2026 revenue guidance after posting a whopping 284% increase in unaudited first half revenue. It's posted an 84% increase in its order book over the period, boosted by the acquisition of Mars, that's a security systems supplier. First half revenue now expected to be around $169 million, and it's lifted its 26 full year revenue guidance to between $280 and $300 million. Would be a record for the defence and space systems company. And it said ongoing global conflicts and regional tensions were supporting demand following major contract wins, including a $175 million Slinger counter-drone system order for the UAE. So, what do our experts think of it? Francesco, and of course, recently launching a $175 million cap raise to pay for that Mars acquisition.
Yeah, look, we like this at Ord Minnett. Look, EOS has transitioned from a turnaround story, I suppose, into a defence growth story. They've always, well, not always, recently stressed that they've got record order books. I think that upgrade sort of reinforces that order book that they have. Look, acquisitions, they take time to see how they fit into other businesses, but all indications so far is that it should fit in neatly as far as it being a business that is a drone counteractive measure, if you like. Yeah, look, I think I like the business. I think it's probably a little bit small for some of my clients, but if I look at the multiples for a growth story, it's trading on 15 times, 13 times for next year. It's paying, sorry, that's a bit, no, that's old data, sorry. Don't take that as a given. Our analyst has got a valuation of 11.45 on it, which it might be a bit optimistic, but where the share price is at the moment, I think there's definite upside in it. The order book over the next 12 to 24 months is going to be very interesting, particularly with the US government trying to push other NATO countries to increase their spending on defence, and this is definitely an area that they would spend that on. So I like the business. Our analysts have got a buy recommendation on it, and I would tend to agree with that.
Okay, a buy to...
And those PE numbers, forget that's old stuff.
No, fair enough. All right, a buy to get things rolling then, Gary. What are your thoughts? Of course, defence being one of those key thematics in the market at the moment, but specifically EOS, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, similar view there. I mean, probably the most interesting thing is their sort of counter drone sort of weapon system there. That's obviously, military budgets around the world have increased. Their obviously drone warfare has increased substantially there. So being able to protect against that sort of drones there is obviously a big growth area. Stock's had a pretty decent pullback as well, sort of, what have we gone back, $12.50 back to $7 here. So reasonable update today here. Not going to make, weren't going to make any profit in 26. Maybe that gets bumped up a little bit today, but I don't think there's no earnings this year, but some earnings coming through next year. I think that PE is probably, or was around sort of the mid 70s, but maybe that gets bumped a bit lower if the on that sort of pretty good update there. But yeah, pretty high PE, but don't, we don't have to worry about high PEs and stuff with those sort of high growth names, because if they keep growing, it's kind of, it sounds funny, but it's almost a bit irrelevant at the time there. So, as long as they don't get too crazy and there's substantial growth on the horizons there, which, at the moment there with conflict sort of growing rather than shrinking, and drone warfare obviously increasing as well, then you still think there's going to be some strong growth there. So yeah, it's about probably trying to buy these stocks in the diff. But yeah, I agree with Francesco. It's probably not for every client. This is more of a high risk sort of thing. But yeah, I think down here it's probably a bit of a spec buy.
Let's call it a specky buy for both then. That is our stock of the day. Electro Optic Systems.